Hello YouTube, Al here, and this week we're talking about microphonic pickups.
So, this is a very, very battered Squire Husk that I got for, it was about 30 quid. I mean, Jesus, look at it. Look at it. But it's light, and I like the neck shape on it, and it's quite resonant. So, I decided to throw in this pickup. This pickup is a Wilkinson chrome-covered pickup from a Vintage guitar. Vintage, the brand, by JHS. So I've no idea what pickup this is. I just decided to throw it in here. All I know is it's a Wilkinson pickup. Obviously, it's got a chrome cover, and it came out of a Vintage guitar. Vintage, the brand. And this pickup sounds great. I really, really like it. It's dynamic. It's got a kind of zippy path thing to it that I really am enjoying. It's not brittle or harsh in any way, so I'm suspecting that it's not a ceramic pickup, but I really have no idea. Whatever it is, I really, really like it. The one problem with this pickup is it's microphonic. I believe this is my fault. I definitely dropped it at some point, and either the cover's come loose or one of the coils has come loose. So effectively what's happened is my pickup is working like a microphone. A microphone works by having a diaphragm that's made of metal, and when the audio hits the diaphragm, or your voice or guitar amp, whatever you're feeding into it, then it vibrates and that induces a current. What's happening here is when I yell into the pickup, something in the pickup is loose. It's either the metal cover or some of the coil windings are loose, and they're reacting to the noise that I'm sending in there, and it's coming through the amplifier. If you're at high volumes with a lot of gain, you will not only hear it, but also it could in fact feeding back into the pickup, which is feeding back into the amp, etc., and you get that horrible squealy noise. Now, the first humbucking pickups were invented in 1955 by Seth Lover when he was working at Gibson. Those had non-adjustable pole pieces, and also they were not wax potted, so those pickups were microphonic. At the time, that was fine. People didn't play massively loud. Guitar was mainly a rhythm instrument at that point, and clean, clean, clean for days. No distortion. But when people started to add gain, the invention of rock and roll and louder guitars, we started to have problems with microphonic pickups. So they solved this problem by dipping the pickup in wax. What this did is it filled in all the little air gaps in the pickup and stopped the cover and the windings from moving. But this did also affect the tone, as of course when the wax solidified, it slightly changed the distribution of the windings around the coil and changed the shape of the magnetic field. So how do you know if your pickup is microphonic? The best way of testing it is put on a lot of gain and just shout into the pickup. If it comes through your amplifier, it's microphonic. If you've got any sort of hum or buzz, but when you yell into the pickup, it doesn't come through the amplifier, then your problem is something electronic and it's not microphonic. If a pickup becomes microphonic, there are ways to fix this. You could take it to a guitar tech and they can wax pot the pickup again for you. That's very common. Fender in the 1970s apparently used a sort of wax that didn't hold up too well over time, and sadly those pickups became microphonic. But this is an easy fix for a guitar tech. He can dip the pickup in wax, fill in the little gaps, and hey presto, you've solved the problem. There are still some pickups made to this day that are microphonic on purpose. I believe the Epiphone Casino comes with microphonic pickups, but being a full hollow body guitar, it's not really intended for high gain anyway. Jazz players and blues players may prefer microphonic pickups as it gives more dynamics or aliveness to the sound. But ultimately, all this is subjective. It's all horses for courses. It depends what you want. I really, really like this pickup. I didn't know what to expect when I first got it. I just got it for like a tenner or something secondhand. Threw it in here eventually, and I'm really impressed with it. But at the end of the day, it's all subjective. If you really don't use a lot of gain, you might be absolutely fine or even prefer a microphonic pickup. But if you want to know if your pickup's microphonic or not, just shout into it to find out. I hope this has helped. Like and subscribe, leave any comments down below, and I'll try to get to them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Till then, bye-bye. Bye!